Back in April 2004, City of Heroes became the first massive multiplayer online role-playing game with a theme of comic book-style superhero characters and stories. Developed by Cryptic Studios and published by NCSoft, the official launch day in North America was April 28, 2004. Although the game was officially sunsetted in November 2012, it was resurrected sometime in 2019 by a loyal fanbase that did not want to see this game come to an end. Then, in January 2024, the Homecoming fan server announced that they worked out a deal with NCSoft and received an official license to run the game and all of the expansions. At the time of this video, City of Heroes and City of Villains are available to play free of charge, being fully funded by donations. For anyone not familiar with this game, check out my playlist on City of Heroes to get a better understanding of what this game is about. Pretty soon, City of Heroes will be celebrating the 20th anniversary on April 28, 2024. To celebrate this amazing achievement, I thought it would be fun to take a look at the original City of Heroes and City of Villains boxes. I still have the City of Heroes box with manual and CDs from when I first bought the game back in 2004. I also have the City of Villains Collector's Edition from 2005, which came with a whole bunch of stuff. So let's open up these boxes and check out the contents.
Let's take a look at these two boxes. So here we got the City of Heroes box with the awesome City of Heroes artwork. Our world needs heroes, awesome superpowers, cool costume, and tons of butt kicking, says GameSpy. And on the back we have a listing of everything that you can expect in the game. This is a place we can all be heroes. Sounds good. Let's take a look. So inside we're going to find the CD case, where inside we got some really nice City of Heroes artwork with the superheroes battling the villains. On the left side we got your disc 1, which is going to have the install information to install the game. Back in the days when gaming information came in a physical form instead of downloaded like most games are nowadays. And disc 1 would be followed by disc 2. Yes, that's the heart of the game there. Next up we have your game manual, which is the little book that comes inside the box with all of the instructions and information for running and playing the game. As you can see, this is pretty well worn from where my thumb was flipping through the book, because this is way back in 2004 when game manuals were not that common to be on the internet. Usually, if you wanted information, you had to get the physical form of the book. But this is where you'd go to get all the game information from installing the game, playing the game, and then all the character information, character powers, and so on. And of course on the back is a nice quick reference guide showing you all the quick commands on chatting, viewing, movement, and so on. Up next, we have a fold-out poster, which is the map of Paragon City. Even though the game itself does have a map while you're playing the game, sometimes it's just nice to have a physical reference that you can refer to. There's a map of all the different zones. Ooh, what is Adamastor? And trolls are tough. Of course, this is from 2004, so it doesn't have all the recent updates. Like, as the game went on, more zones were added in, and of course, those won't be available here. So this is all the starting zones that were available. And next we have the quick reference guide, which I think is, yeah, it's exactly the same as on the back of the manual, but this is just like a one page. And on the other side, it has other reference materials such as game installation, account registration, playing the game customer service. So that way you can have all this important information right at your fingertips. The manual errata sheet. So even back in 2004, games would get updated over time. So here's a sheet showing the updated information, such as the Fulcrum Shift Power is now known as Kinetic Transfer. You must be Security 7, not Security 6 to enter Perez Park. Good to know. Lastly, we have this advertisement pamphlet for the City of Heroes comic book. Take the world to Paragon City even when you're offline. Follow your favorite heroes as they battle evil in the pages of the City of Heroes comic book. Yeah, that's true. Back then when you paid a monthly subscription, you used to get a monthly comic book. I think I still have like 12 of my comic books from back then. So that is the City of Heroes. Next, we'll take a look at the City of Villains, but not just the City of Villains, the City of Villains Collector's DVD Edition, which, as you can see, back in 2005, cost me $79.99, and the gaming store listed it as Fantasies. It has a pretty nice embossed artwork on the front, a picture of Lord Recluse, who's the master of Arachnos, the main villain organization. The red and black kind of colorization is fitting for the City of Villains style. On the back, all the tools to spin your web of villainy, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of everything we're going to find inside, which we'll go through right now. First up is the jewel case, which comes with this case, a DVD. Or with City of Heroes, it was 2 CDs. In this case, it's the DVD. So that way there's only one, because DVDs hold more. And we have the cool City of Villains artwork with the hero characters fighting against the villains. And what's this? Looks like a NC Soft product catalog from 2005. Featuring different characters representing different games. So we have Ghost Widow here from City of Villains. Don't know the character, but I think this is from Tabula Rasa. This elven character is from Lineage 2. Don't know this character. I think this character was from Guild Wars, the first one. And this is Sister Psyche from City of Heroes. So let's take a look. Yeah, Guild Wars. Yeah, that character was from Guild Wars, the first one. This is 2005, so before Guild Wars 2. Auto Assault. Looks like the fastest, most destructive MMO ever. And City of Villains, which is the game that we're going over right now. City of Heroes, which is the one we just went through. Lineage 2. Yeah, Tabula Rasa. Yeah, that's where that character is from. Tabula Rasa. Mankind was the most intelligent, resourceful predator on Earth until the day that Bane arrived. It's like a science fiction massive multiplayer game. Oh, and if you need some NC Soft merch, shop NC. Games, clothing, and more. Need a Guild Wars mug or a Auto Assault hat? Don't even know if this stuff is still available. And the City of Villains game manual. So just like City of Heroes, City of Villains has its own game manual because they are 2 separate games. You can buy City of Heroes and City of Villains separately and play them separately, or you could do what I did and buy them both so you can play them both. This manual, it wasn't as worn thumbprint because I knew most of the information, like I knew how to play the game, and so this manual doesn't have the worn-out thumbprint on the front, but it has the same information, so it'd show you how to play the game and character information, all the type of information you'd expect to find in a manual way back then. Back when game manuals were printed form and not just available on the internet like they are nowadays. Yeah, because nowadays you'll find the game manuals just in like a PDF format on the internet. Yep, and on the back is a quick reference guide. Okay, what should we go for next? Okay, so another poster. City of Villains poster work. On the front features cool hero versus villain combat goodness. And on the back, a map of the Rogue Isles. Move this over there so I can show this better. At the Rogue Isles, all the different zones that were available in City of Villains. Yeah, I know these well. I played through City of Villains quite often. Nerva Archipelago, Mercy Island, where you start off in, Port Oaks. Yep, good times. Hey, back to the box. What's next? Top Cow, 10% off Hunter Killer Collected Edition City of Heroes trade paperback. Oh, coupon expires January 31st, 2006. That's just an advertisement. And then here, the City of Villains Game Time card. This is for you die-hard MMORPG fans who want to take on the villainous role of a lifetime without committing to a monthly credit card fee. That's that way you could just buy Game Time ahead of time. Yeah, remember 2005, 19 years ago? That was back before we had all sorts of electronic payment options like we do nowadays. The quick reference. So, just like the City of Heroes, we got a single sheet with quick reference, and on the back, game installation, account registration, play, customer service. All at your fingertips in a handy one sheet. Okay, and what's this stuff? The City of Heroes Friends Pass to a 14-day trial. Included with the City of Villains product is a serial code for a 14-day trial of the award-winning City of Heroes that you may use to invite a friend. No credit card required. I'm pretty sure this is long expired. Ooh. The story behind the award-winning game, City of Heroes, The Web of Rakdos. Welcome to Paragon City, the dynamic setting of the widely popular City of Heroes online game where thousands of players every day take on the roles of super-powered heroes. Now the exploits of Paragon's legendary champion statesman, Maiden Justice, Elementar, the Dark Watcher are chronicled in a series of exciting original novels. I don't even know if this is still available. Ooh, now we get to some of the good stuff, some of the collector's edition stuff. The City of Villains art collection, and if you flip it over, is the City of Villains art collection. So a nice book with some artwork, in-game artwork, as well as concept art. Ooh, there's Lord Reklos. It looks like there's some concept art down there, and then what the final product would look like. Right, there's Ghost Widow, Black Scorpion, all the main villain characters as well as some of their henchmen. The Tarantulas, the Mystics. Very cool if you're into seeing what the artwork looked like as the game was being developed. Some more of the monsters specific to City of Villains, like the Whalers, Arachnoids, Coralax hybrids. And then once you get to the halfway point, that's when the game flips upside down. So then we go back to this side and reopen it to take a look at the City of Heroes concept art. Some of the main characters like Statesman, Manticore, Positron. Yeah, I like looking at concept art to see how things evolved over time. Yeah, pretty cool. And still in pretty good condition, too. Next, we have this. The City of Heroes collectible card game. Demo deck rules. It only comes with about 15, maybe 18 cards. I guess with a summary of the card game basics. Never played the game myself. I was usually just too busy playing the video game. Yeah, it shows the basics, types of cards, gameplay, and Comes with like a bunch of cards too. Particle Strike, Siphon Power, Enhanced Damage. All still in good condition. Basically, this box has been kept closed all these years. So everything in it is still good. And last but definitely not least are the HeroClix miniatures. So if you're not familiar with it, HeroClix is a sort of a tabletop game. And the figures that come with it all have their stats on their base. And then as the miniature or the figure takes damage during the game, you turn the base and it changes their stats. So here we have HeroClix figures for City of Heroes and City of Villains. So we got one here of Black Scorpion. And over here, Ghost Widow. And here's one of the heroes. There's Positron. Kind of reminds me of like the City of Heroes version of Iron Man. And of course, you have to have the Statesman, because Statesman is the iconic City of Heroes character. And you can't have Statesman without his opposite, Lord Recluse, who's the leader of the villainous group, Arachnos. Captain Mako. And lastly, is Manticore. Manticore, I think, kind of reminds me of like a Batman type character. He's like rich, and he doesn't really have superpowers, but he uses gadgets, and he's like really trained in combat. So those are all the figures that come with it. And there's one more card back here. Okay, so I can go over there. So all these will go back in. And they all fit nicely in the box too. There's a perfect place for everything. Cards go in like the empty spot over there. But there's also one more thing which came with it, which is the City of Villains t-shirt. And this is the shirt that I still wear. And it's still in really good condition for something that's almost 20 years old. And there we go. All right, so that's everything that was available in the City of Heroes regular box and the City of Villains Collector's DVD edition.
Thank you for joining me on this stroll down memory lane. Not only one of my favorite massive multiplayer games, but one of my favorite games overall, it was fun to reminisce about the days when City of Heroes first came out. Just a reminder that both City of Heroes and City of Villains are available to play right now on the Homecoming server. I'll provide a link to the Homecoming forums that will get you started in the video description. Don't be afraid to check out City of Heroes and City of Villains, they are both still great games even after all this time. That is it for this video. Take care, everyone.